So for 311 day, 311 is like a phone number that you can call, like 911, but it's a non-emergency line. So it means that like if like a fence is damaged or the road is damaged, like potholes, or there's like trash around your house or your apartment, not in your apartment, they won't come clean your house, but like if it's outside and like it's on the street and you think that it's becoming a problem, you can call 311, or now they have an app. So you can do MyLA. The app is MyLA 311. So they can do like all of these different things, but basically it's just like a non-emergency line. So obviously if you're having an emergency, call 911. But if it's not an emergency and you just want the city to like be aware that there's something that needs to be fixed, you can use MyLA 311. So pretty cool. Interesting day. This weekend it's Kayla's birthday. Maybe Monday it's Kayla's birthday. Kayla, how old are you turning? Are you here today? I think I saw you. Kayla's turning 17. Yay. Is it on Monday or is it over the weekend, Kayla? I can't remember. Monday. Okay, so it's before we'll see you again. So happy early birthday to Kayla. Y'all can blow it up in the chat. Go, 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 go. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Go chat, go. People are asleep. Oh, there we go. Happy early birthday. Yeah. Axel was finding his emoji keyboard. That's why it took him so long. For sure. Okay, amazing. So let's jump into our announcements today. Announcements super fast. Yesterday we did 31, or Tuesday we did 31. Today we're gonna do 32. So we will make that happen. And then next week we're gonna do PT. Next week we're gonna do PT. And I just wanted to post up just a reminder to people to turn in 29, 30, and 31. If your name is here, you either need to submit it or resubmit it. Sometimes, you know, y'all know like the picture doesn't upload or something for the notes, or like you put in a picture but it didn't show or something. So I just wanted to give you like a heads up, like take another look at either 29, 30, or 31, our last 3 assignments, if your name is here. And then I just wanted to say, like, I don't think I've said this enough. I am super proud of you, super proud. And y'all are doing an amazing job in a really, really tough situation. And I have not said enough how awesome you are. So you're awesome. You can give that little cat a little high five on your screen. I mean, how cute is that kitten? Like this kitten's like trying to give you a high five. So I just want to let you know that I am proud of you, and I'm like tearing up a little bit. So high five. Yes, high fives in the chat. Y'all are doing a really great job. Seriously, I'm really proud of you, and it is very hard to learn pre-calculus in this world. So I appreciate y'all like staying on track. So whew, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? I'm not crying. You're crying. Cool. That's the end of our announcements. Do we have any questions about announcements? Are we ready to jump into pre-calc today? Yeah. Okay, let me throw this poll to you. Do you need a minute? Are you ready to take some notes? Let's go. You should have a poll on your screen. Cool. It looks like a few of us need a minute, so go ahead and take that minute. I also apparently need a minute. My pencil died. If you are the 15 people who are ready to go, feel free to title your notes. This is notes 32. And I'm going to do the notes a little bit out of order. So my apologies to anyone who likes things that go in order. We're going to do 6 examples if we have time today. We're going to do number 1, number 7, number 3, number 4, number 9, and number 6. So we're basically just replacing numbers 2 and 5. Numbers 2 and 5. Yes, Maritza, I totally can. Let me send you Can't wait to have my breakout rooms back in action. There we go, Marita. All right, friends. And this is a good jumping place. If you want to go to a breakout room, that is totally fine with me. Go ahead and jump in there. All right, let me do this new share. Okay. So friends, today there are 9 examples. I did 3. I want your notes to have 6 of them. So I did all 9 on the video. So if you need more examples, I know some of us asked for more examples. I think that's great. If you are someone who like you just want the 6, I want you to make sure that you have 1, 7, 3, 4, 9, and 6. Right. So those are the 6 that I really want you to have. What happened was I designed all these in a way I thought was going to be great. And then when I was actually doing it on the video, I realized I actually really want you to know these 6, and these ones are like more of a review and less important. So I wanted to just like highlight that for you. If you want to do all of them, you're welcome to. Okay. All right, let's jump in today. When we are evaluating trig functions in Radians, evaluating means calculate, right? This means calculate, it means find an answer. Calculating. Trig functions. What are my trig functions? Let's blow them up in the chat. What are the trig functions? Just give me one in the chat. Cosine is one of them for sure. Cosine is one. Sine is one. Tangent is one for sure. What are, let's stop here. Okay, sine, what's the fraction that goes with sine? What over what? X, Y, R. Y over R, yes. Sine is Y over R, sine, okay? Cosine is what over what? Yes, Jimmy, X over R. Good job, Diana, as well. And tangent, what is tangent? Y over X. Y'all were just like you all typed it and then waited for me to ask the question. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we have our sine, cosine, and tangent. That's what we're going to be using today because we have cosine, sine, and tangent. If they ask me something, we also have the reciprocal ones. What is the reciprocal of sine? Like, what's the opposite of sine? Yes, Christine, cosecant. Cosecant. It's Y over R. Sorry, sine is Y over R. Cosecant is R over Y, the flipped version. What is the reciprocal of cosine? What's the name of the reciprocal of cosine? Secant, yes. Secant, that would be R over X, right? And what is the reciprocal of tangent? Cotangent, yeah, that'd be X over Y, right? So we have done this before. This is like really that part is a review. What is not a review is the in radians part. So we've done this in degrees. And then on Tuesday, we learned about radians. And today we're going to do the same sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. We're going to do the same thing in radians. Okay. So we're going to evaluate each trig function, right? So we're going to find the number and graph it in its appropriate quadrant. So we're going to graph it, and we're going to label the reference angle. So we'll get some good practice with reference angles for today. So let's zoom into number 1. Number 1, we need to evaluate this, okay? So evaluating, first things first, I'm gonna draw it on my triangle. Where would I draw this? What quadrant is pi over 3? What quadrant is that? Yeah, Gally, it is quadrant 1. Yes, Diana, quadrant 1. So it's gonna be over here in quadrant 1. What angle in degrees? What angle in degrees is this? Yes, 60. It's one of our big 3, right? So pi over 3, think of it like 180 divided by 3. This is 60 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to draw it like this. Here's my 60 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and drop straight down. I've got 60 degrees here. 60 degrees is also my reference angle. So here, that is my angle. And then the closest distance to the x-axis is back here. So my reference angle is 60 degrees as well. All right. I know we had some questions on reference angles, so feel free to ask them as well. How do I label this triangle? If I have, this is like a 30, 60, 90 triangle. What is the short side? What is the short side in a 30, 60, 90? 1, yes. 1 is my short side. And 1, what is the, if 1 is the short side, what is the hypotenuse, the long side? 2, absolutely, 2. 2, go. Okay, so that red line should be 2. Let me charge my pencil. Hi, Miss Ramon. There are a couple people in breakout rooms, so let me know if you need them.
Hello. What was that? Sorry.
No, that's okay. There are like 2 or 3 people in breakout rooms, so let me know if you need a specific person.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll let you know.
No, that's no problem. Okay, team. So we have 1, 2, square root of 3. Is anything negative? Is anything negative? Nope. Yeah, we're in the positive category. Yeah, for sure. We're in positive. And then cosine. Cosine is what over what? What is my fraction for cosine? Yada yada. X over R. In this case, my X is what number? Yes, 1 over 2, 1/2. Right, 1 over 2. My 1 is my X, my radius is 2. So my answer is 1/2. That is my answer for this problem. I do have my reference angle here is 60. So let's just check the directions real fast. Evaluate each trigonometric function. We did that. That's our answer. Graphed it in its appropriate quadrant. We got the graph there. And label the reference angle. We got the reference angle there. Okay. So those are the 3 pieces of our answer: the graph, the answer, and the reference angle. Okay. Now I know this is going to throw us all off. I'm going to jump down to number 7. I want us to do the secant of 7 pi over 6. Secant of 7 pi over 6. Go ahead and write that one down. And then I want you to go ahead and change this into degrees. Change this into degrees. Think about pi over 6. Jonathan, is it possible for you to come off mute and let us know how you did it?
So x over 6 is 30 degrees. And then 7 times 3 is 21. So 7 times 30 is 210.
Amazing. Thanks, Jonathan. Right, so we have 210. So we had pi over 6 is 30, right? And then 7 is coming down here. So 7 times 30 degrees is 210 degrees. So what quadrant is 210 degrees in? Yeah, 3. Is it close to the x-axis, close to the y-axis, or in the middle? Yeah, it's close to x. It's only 30 degrees past 180, right? So 210, if you think about taking away that 180 for this first part here, then it's only 30 degrees more to get to 210 degrees, right? 210. What does that mean is my reference angle from the angle to the x-axis? What's the reference angle here? 30, yes, 30 degrees. right? That's that leftover there. So this is 30, right? Which means I have 30, 60, 90 triangle. Go ahead and take a moment to try to label the three sides. In a 30, 60, 90, my short side is what number? My short side is 1. What kind of 1 is it in this case? -1, yes. My long side is 2. Can the radius cannot be negative, so the radius is just +2. And then I would have my leftover square root of 3. It's also negative because it's on the negative side of the x-axis. Yes, -√3, for sure. Okay, secant. Secant is the reciprocal of what? Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. I know cosine is x over r. So the flipped version is r over x. So we get 2 over what kind of 1? 2 over -1. 2 divided by -1 would be -2. -2 is my answer here. So -2 is my answer. That's my evaluating. I graphed it in the right quadrant and I labeled the reference angle. So that is also a part of the answer here. Okay, that's a part of the answer. Do we have any questions? How are we feeling about this thus far? How are we feeling about this so far? Oh my goodness. Did I do it? Yeah, yep. Jimmy is catching my mistake. I apologize, everyone. Jimmy, can you come off mute and talk to us about what mistake Miss Mac and I think Galilee made?
So -1 is y, but since you're looking for x, x is -√3.
Yes, my bad. My bad. I think I led Galilee down the wrong track. Yes, so I would have x is -√3. Yeah, my bad at Galilee, my bad team. So -√3. Jimmy, can you talk to us about what I can do since I have a square root in the bottom here?
You can multiply the numerator and denominator by √3, so you can cancel out the 3's in the bottom. So then you get -2 square root of 3 over 3.
Amazing. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks for setting us straight, sending some merits to you. Appreciate you. Cool. Now that we have the correct answer, are there any questions? I apologize. Don't do math too fast on a Thursday morning. Okay, friends. I want us to try one on our own. So let's go ahead and jump up to number 3. So let's run down quick steps. Number 1, turn it into a degree. Number 2, graph it. Number 3, find the fraction. And number 4, fill it in and simplify. Fill in, simplify. I'm going to give you about 1 minute to get started on this one, and then we'll come back together. When you are ready, I want you to message me, either message me that you are done or that you got stuck. You're done or got stuck. Let me know when you're done or you got stuck. So a reminder to put done or stuck. Done or stuck. Nice. I'm starting to see some good answers. Devin Z, can you walk us through this problem?
I know that pi is equal to 180, and then you divide that by 4 and you get 45, and then you multiply by 3 to get 135. So that tells you it's going to be in the second quadrant, and it's like right in the middle. Then you know that your reference angle is 45. And then
wait, Devin. Devin, can you tell us how you knew the reference angle was 45?
because of the pi over 4, and you need 45 degrees more to get to 180.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And then so you have a 45, 90 triangle. So then x and y are both 1. Oh, x has to be -1, and then your hypotenuse is √2. And then tangent is y over x. And you get 1 over -1. And then it just simplifies to -1.
Amazing. Thank you, Devin. Snaps for Devin. Devin, you did an amazing job. Devin, did I spell your name right? Did I mess up your I and E or your E and? Oh, I got it. Great. Devin, thank you so much for leading us through that. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Zepeda? Any questions? I saw a few of us got stuck, right? A few of us tried sine, right? But they're actually asking for tangent. If you were someone who got stuck, I wonder if you have a question or if Mr. Zepeda cleared it up for you. Cool. Give some snaps for Devin. Thank you so much, Mr. Zepeda, for helping us out. All right. So that is what it looks like when we have a triangle, right? I'm going to do a few more examples. We're going to do number 4. I want to show us what happens when we're actually on an axis, because we have not done one with an axis problem yet. So what I mean is this. Can someone tell me off mute or in the chat, what is the degree version of pi over 2?
90.
Yes, absolutely. So I have 90 degrees. So this line basically is going to be right here at 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees. And for the sake of argument, I'm going to call that y equals 1. I'm just going to call it 1. I could call it 4, I could call it 10 if I wanted, but I'm going to call it 1. We're going to be using what this is what's called the unit circle. The unit circle has a radius of 1. It goes out 1 in every direction from the center. So I'm going to call that 1. And that means I'm also going to call the radius 1, right? Because the distance from the center to the outside is 1. My y is positive because I went in the positive direction. If I was down here, I'd say y is -1. If I was over here, I'd say x was -1. If I was over here, I'd say x is +1. What would I say x is in this situation? Any guesses? Yeah, 0. Yeah, Walter, Axel, Jimmy, it's 0. So in this case, I would say x equals 0. I haven't moved left or right in any direction. So my y is 1, my r is 1, and my x is 0. What is cosecant? Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Sine I know is y over r. So what is the fraction I'm going to be looking for? R over y. Yeah, absolutely. R over y. So I would have 1 over 1. Great job, Brendan. Right, so I'm going to have 1 over 1. My radius is 1. My y is 1. That's why I said it didn't matter what number I chose. I could have chosen 4 and 4, 10 and 10. I still would have had 10 over 10, right? Or 4 over 4. I'm still going to simplify to positive 1. Positive 1. So I found my answer. I have it graphed, right? The appropriate quadrant, it's not 1 or 2, it's just on the x-axis. It's in between 1 and 2. And then my reference angle here is going to be 90 degrees. No matter which direction I go, I'm going to have 90 degrees, either to the left or to the right. So my reference angle is 90 degrees. That's the biggest reference angle you can have. The biggest reference you can have. There's a question that says, is it like that for all axis problems? And then you just change the negatives accordingly. Yeah, it is. For all axis problems, it's going to be like this. How would I describe it right on the axis? If you ask me the location, I would say that this is on the positive y-axis. And some people might spell out the word positive on the positive y-axis. These are great questions. What would happen if the questions asked you for secant? Great question. Jimmy is already thinking ahead, like, wait a second, what if something different happened? Let's look at that. I believe that was number 9. Let's look at 9. Jimmy, I think this is going to clear up your question, but let's ask this question. Let's ask your question again if I don't clear it up. So let's think about cotangent of pi. Where is pi? How many degrees is pi? 180, which means that it is where in the graph? What quadrant or axis? It's on the x-axis. Which part of the x? Yeah, the negative x-axis. Good job. So the negative x-axis is going to be over here, right? This is 180 degrees. Perfect. All right, what would we say is our x in this case? Yes, good. -1. -1. What would we say is our r in this case? Has to be positive, right? It's a radius. Yeah, it's a radius. It has to be positive. It's the distance from the center to the outside. So it'll be +1. What would we say is our y in this case? How much should we go up or down? 0. Yeah, good job. 0. Okay, so what is cotangent? It's the reciprocal of tangent y over x. So what are we going to use? What is cotangent? X over y. Good job, Kayla. X over y. All right, what is x in this case? -1. What is y in this case? 0. What is -1 divided by 0? It's not 1. It's not 0. It is an error. What kind of error is it? It's a math word. It's what we call a line that goes straight up and down, the slope of a line straight up and down. Undefined, yes. My favorite word in all of mathematics. I used to call it, when I taught Algebra 1, I called it a curse word because we were talking about slope dude, it's like a whole thing. If you've ever seen the slope dude video, I'll let you know. You can remember. The worst curse word in all of mathematics, undefined. Undefined is your word, is what happens. You cannot, the reason why it's not 1 or 0 is you cannot divide by 0. If you, okay, look at my 5 fingers. If I try to put my 5 fingers in 0 groups, like no matter how I group them, I'm always going to have more than 0 groups, right? If I group them like this, I have all of them in one group, right? If I split them into like multiple sections, I'm going to have groups. I can never put something, I can't take -1 and put it in 0 groups. It's impossible, right? So the answer is undefined. Undefined. Okay, team, let's do one. I'm going to have you take a stab at number 6. Take a stab at number 6. Number 1, again, you're going to draw the line or the triangle, line, angle, wherever it is. It's going to be on an axis. I guess you can turn it into degrees if that helps you. Turn it into degrees if that helps you. And then you're going to write the ratio and fill it in. Take a minute, and I want you to tell me if you are done or if you are stuck. Tell me if you're done or if you're stuck. I imagine a lot of us will get stuck really fast right here. Thank you for that, stuck. I appreciate you. We'll get there in a second. Is there anyone who knows how to draw this angle? Maybe you can help unstick us really early. Anybody who knows how to do it? You can press the raise hand button. Gally just says circle. What does that mean, Gally? Can you come off mute?
You would go around it a total of 3 times.
Why am I going around 3 times?
Because when you do 180 times 6, you get 1080, and you would divide that by 360 to understand how many circles you do.
And you get 3 circles.
Yep.
And so you went around 3 times.
Yep.
Amazing. Diana, I think you did it in a different way. Diana, can you talk to us about what you did?
Yes, I just used the 6 on top, and I know pi is 180 degrees, so I just went around 6 times. I didn't do the math.
You went all the way around 6 times, or how far around did you go 6 times?
So I did the so I went over 180, which is the x axis. I went around that half and then around the other half. Yeah, like that. And I went around like that 6 times.
Oh, okay. So like you had 180, or like 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went around that much as well, right? 6 half circles, as Jonathan is saying. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so our line is over here. Our line is over here, no matter how you got it. If you did 3 full circles or 6 half circles, semicircles, right? You should have this line over here. Okay, I think that probably unstuck a lot of us. So now go ahead and try to finish and find what sine of this is. Try to figure out what sine of that is. And if you get it, you can send me an answer. If you don't get it, you can tell me stuck. Devin, it is not. Miriam, good job. Golly, good job. Kiara, good job. Miriam, for the sake of time, can you explain, Miriam, if you're in a quiet enough place, can you explain how you got your answer?
So y is 0.
Y is 0, okay.
R is 1.
R is 1.
X is 1. And sine is asking for y over r. So it'd be 0 over 1, which equals 0.
Which equals 0. Yes, Miriam, great job. 0 is our answer because 0 over 1, we can take 0 things and put them in one group, right? 0 things put into one group is 0, like that, just 0. So it's not undefined this time because the 0 is not on the bottom. 0 on the top is okay. 0 on the bottom is not. Why is r equals 1 not negative? R, the radius, is always positive. It's a distance between the center and the outside. So the radius is always positive. Yeah, it's like absolute value. Amazing. Okay, team, we finished right on time. If you would like to see the other examples, like if you want to see 2, 5, and 8, they are on the video. For today, for your assignment, you are going to be working through 6 examples. 3 or 4 of them will be like the first, like the triangle one, and 2 of them will be like the line one. And then for number 2, you're going to be matching, like which of these matches which of these and what is their answer. And then for number 3, same thing, you're going to be putting them in different buckets. The directions are all there. If you have any questions, I do have the answers all done here, so you can let me know. Brandon, 6 would be undefined. 6 is not undefined. It is equal to 0. So you would have, so if you have here, so if you do 0 divided by 1, you get the answer 0. If you get 1 divided by 0, that's when you have undefined. That's when you have undefined. Just like that. There's a difference between where the 0 is. Oh, is there a reference angle for number 6? Thank you, Fatima, for reminding me of that. Reference angle is 0 degrees because it is already on the x-axis. So if it's on the x-axis, it has a 0 degree reference angle. Yeah. Thank you. All right, friends, that's the end of our show for today. Thanks for sticking around those 2 extra minutes. I hope you have a great time in Spanish and have an amazing weekend. Kayla, happy birthday. I will see you when you are 17. I'm glad that you had a good day. All right, we'll see you all later. Thanks, friends. Have a good day. Bye. Bye, friends. Bye. Have a great day. You're welcome. Bye.